Think about my future. Nowadays, you turn on your television and you think to yourself, what's there to be optimistic about? You hear your parents nagging us all the time, you are so blessed compared to kids on the other side of the world. Or the food you want to throw away now right now, and this kid's starving and wishing they had it. Maybe this is what I've been doing, taking what I have for granted, and not thinking of how blessed and truly free I remain. Yeah, we may have some problems, but when's the last time someone took a step back and looked at the good? Come Sunday morning, Brother Gene, me and my sister get at my church, and we sing that song, I Am Blessed. How we live in a country and how it's the greatest on earth. How our flag still stands for freedom and all of its worth. How as sea stands in the harbor, this liberty calls. How all have gave some, and how some have gave all. This song right here is what gives me hope about our future. Yeah, our government may not be the best, but when's the last time someone took a step back and looked at all the good? We still have that flag, our old red, white, and blue, which flies high over the graves of them soldiers who have fought and died for our freedom. We are still one country and one nation united under God. We still have that beacon of hope standing in the harbor with a torch held high, telling every other nation that we are and always will be the greatest country on earth. My optimism is my 6-year-old brother coming home singing the Pledge of Allegiance. My optimism is fed by those 25 kids, Chief Elder, who were gathered this morning, bowing their heads, appreciating the fullness of their rights, praying out loud, still standing firm on their religion. My optimism is these veterans who come to our school every year, stand up tall and say, I fought for your freedom. My optimism is one of my closest friends. As we speak, his group is out there gathering money and sacrificing time to make sure less fortunate kids around the world, not only in our community, have a good Christmas season. The same kid right here is saying his only hope in life is to help others and do for them what he wanted done for him if he was ever in need. A kid that's not afraid to take a stand. My optimism is people come from miles and miles just to help someone that's been hurt by a tornado. My optimism doesn't come from our government. It doesn't come from those sitting on the couch waiting for the next welfare check. It doesn't come from our president. It doesn't come from Pop. It comes from these young people who are still changing the world. And from these older people that I want to emulate. It comes from those who are willing to spend their last dime making sure someone has what they need. I'm optimistic of our nation's future because even though times are getting worse, there are still these people trying to take a stand, trying to swim against the whirlpool of bad and change the country to what they know it can become. Many people say there's something to be optimistic about, but I have a question. Do you remember when you were a kid? Mama, when you looked up and thought how you were going to be the next person to change the world? How you thought you were going to be the next president, Cammie? Or someone like Franklin Roosevelt? Or Harry Truman? This is what gave you optimism in the future. And this is why optimism should still stand. Because no matter how hard times get, there are still those striving, taking one step at a time, standing up and knowing without a doubt that they are going to be the next great that puts us back on track once again. Are you going to take what you have for granted? Or are you going to look for that silver lining? God bless America.